What's going on, Shen? It's your boy JP. We back at it again, Shen. But today, basically, I had a few booster packs lying around, and I sort of wanted to open them up, but I've seen people have been having luck with the Zacian boxes, so I pretty much went and bought a Zacian box as well and just sort of merged them together. But I thought while I'm opening packs, I might tell you, because I had a memory on Facebook about this time 5 years ago. I was actually in America doing a pub crawl with my dad. We basically rented a car and just started driving around America to see what's going on. And I was actually in Vegas this time about 5 years ago. So I thought while I'm opening packs, I'll tell you the story. Old JP fucking on the town, Shen. So yeah, basically I had been told by one of my tradies that I work with. He knew I was going on this trip to Vegas. He knew that I was going over there with the old boy, and he'd given me the plan. He basically said, look, mate, once you get to goddamn Vegas, mate, just check into your room, fucking go find the first slot machine you find, sit down and just do 1 cent bets. You'll know what's up. And like, he was pretty old school, so I never really knew what he was on about half the time, but I sort of looked into it, and it turns out as long as you're gambling at the casinos in Las Vegas, you get free drinks. So I think that's what he was more inclined to be talking about. But yeah, so we're leaving Arizona. We've just been to the Grand Canyon, and like, we're coming out of these roads. We're on the wrong side of the road with the car, like, has a steering wheel on the wrong side of the car. So we've already been shitting ourselves the last like month driving. Anyway, we're driving through these mountains, and in Australia, if they're building a road, they'll sort of like cater to the like landscape. They'll sort of build the road around the landscape, but not in America. No, these motherfuckers just blew chunks in the side of a mountain. Like, just imagine a mountain, then go and like paint and like cropping a rectangle out of it. They just cut it out and then fucking bang, put a road straight through it. So I was just like, this is nuts already. And not only that, like, when you're coming out of the mountains, you just been in the Grand Canyon, all of a sudden you're just thrown into the desert. So like, we thought we were fucking lost at one stage because we just come out into the desert, and I'm talking motherfucking Coyote and Roadrunner desert. Like, there was tumbleweeds and shit everywhere. Like, I was literally like, what the fuck is going on? So as we're driving deeper into the desert, we sort of like, man, are we gonna get lost and like lose our way? And I was like, no, just remember old mate's words. You know, he told you, he said, yeah, mate, just fucking keep going through, you'll find your way. So eventually, yeah, we hit Vegas, you know, check into the room, do all that sort of stuff. And I say to dad, I'm like, look, mate, I'm just going to go straight down to the floor and try this little trick out. So unpack my stuff, stumble down, basically get set up and go find the first slot machine. Now, over there, we didn't have a phone. Like, you literally, like, the service doesn't work. You can't get a plan unless you actually are an American citizen. So like, we were struggling to get a prepaid. So I didn't even have a phone or anything on me. Just go and find the first slot machine, sit down. What do you know, like, within 2 minutes, this waitress comes up and she goes, how you going? Can I take your order? What you drinking? And like, I'd been drinking beer straight for like 2 weeks. So I was like, nah, look, fuck, I'm just gonna go get Jackson Coke or something. So anyway, she goes off, comes back with a Jackson Coke, and I had like $5 worth of notes on me or something like that. So I just chucked her that, and man, her eyes like beamed open. Like, I'm talking like, it looked like I was just like donating her $100, because she just went like, ah. And then from that point on, she basically treated me like a Pez dispenser. She was there every 3 minutes, just basically, boom, boom, here's a drink. And I'd just be pumping out dollars. Like, literally, just give me a drink, pop my head, here comes $1. So like, I'd put $1 into this slot machine and just basically doing 1 cent bets. So you just roll the dice, 1 cent. You go up and down like 5 or 6 cents every now and then. You're like, yep, sweet, whatever. And then within an hour, I sort of was like, all right, like, I've only lost 60 cents. Time to like stand up and go see what's going on. And I didn't actually realize how drunk I was till I stood up. I was like, oh shit, motherfucker. I am tipsy. Like, I was already the wobbly JP. And like, I had to look around, and I was like, man, I did not take any notes of like where I am either. So I'm basically in a new city, no phone, like tipsy as fuck already. It's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, if you've been to a casino in Australia, they'll like make you strict rules, no kids, rah rah. There was kids running around, there was waters, people just smoking everywhere because you can just smoke in America. So I was like, man, this place is crazy. And I didn't know this at the time, but all the casinos are actually connected underground. So they're literally all connected underground. So I'm just like looking for anything that looks like an exit. Like, where the fuck am I going? Go through a tunnel, boom. I'm like, all right, yeah, this looks like an exit, walking through a tunnel. And then next thing you know, I'm in another casino. So I'm like, all right, I'm lost. I'm in Vegas. Fuck it. Let's just roll the dice. I'm just like, yep, I'm just going to sit down and do the exact same thing again. So this time I get a dude, same thing again. I chuck him $1. He's fucking all over it every time, just feeding me drinks. I'm like, oh shit, boy. So like within 2 hours, I think I've spent like $40 and I'm now actually legless. So I was like, all right, got to stop drinking. I'll take my one on the road. And I was like, fuck it, I want to go see what Vegas is like. So I just start walking around and going up to every single table and I'm like, so who ordered the drunk Australian, mate? And fucking just start talking as much shit as I possibly can. Like I'm telling you, I'm a tradie, so I work with a lot of tools and construction and all that sort of stuff. And basically I have all these cuts up in my arms. So I was playing the game like, all right, what can I get away with? Because there's basically two things that the Americans would ask. They'd be like, so where are you from? Australia? Never heard of it. Where's that? And I'd be like, have to explain it to you. And then there'd be the other half where they'd be like, say the word. Say the word. And if you know the word I'm talking about, it's fucking cunt, mate. So, and people told me, they were like, yeah, you put the accent on more when you go over to America. Like you actually like sort of emphasize the Australian accent. And I was like, nah, not me. No way. I'm not going to do that. And then like there was actually a time where I caught myself and I was like, holy shit, Jacob, you are just literally talking like this. Yes, I fucking, yeah, went down here. Rah, rah. Yeah, mate, fucking all this sort of stuff. Rah, rah.
What are you talking about?
So anyway, I've got all these cuts up and down my arm, and I'd basically just see what I could get away with. Be like, yeah, fucking, I was on one job, and there was a crocodile on the roof, and it like beat me up here, and I had to fucking wrestle it off, and like heaps of them be like, pff, pff, yeah, whatever, mate, whatever. But then every now and then there'd be someone like, a crocodile? And then there's a spider up there too? You're crazy. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking mad, mate. And I just kept going around doing that to every single table. I was like, yeah, look, this is how it is in Australia. It's normal. Anyway, I've just started to realize, I'm like, fuck, I literally have been to like 3 casinos now and I have no clue where I am. So I was like, look, we just got to fucking figure it out, trying how to get back to this room. So I start walking around and then this chick grabs me and she pulls me by the arm and she just like spins me around and goes, listen to this guy talk. And it's just her friend like just staring at me and I'm just like, it's going on, cunt. Fucking, yeah, going on, yeah. And they're just loving it. And basically they're just wanting to listen to me talk. So I'm like trying to explain. I'm like, yeah, I'm staying at a hotel. It kind of looks like fucking, you know, Knights of the Round Table, Camelot or something. Oh, Camelot. Yeah. And they're like, oh, yep. We know the place. We'll be able to take you. So basically we're just on a mission now to try and find Camelot through all these underground tunnels. I'm just like, have these two people like hanging off me just to listen to me talk like an idiot. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Did that. Next thing you know, like as you actually get out onto the strip, there's heaps of people handing you like, they hand out brochures. They're like, it's a brochure sort of thing, like to advertise their business and their spot. So I'm just trying to get some directions. But every time I get close to one, they're actually trying to sell you drugs. So you'd be like, yeah, hey, come here. We're doing a special. You want to buy some drugs? You want to buy some drugs? And I was like, fuck it, I'm in Vegas. I might buy
You about drugs and alcohol and why they're bad.
I'm going to call it that. I'm not going to say anything else. And yeah, basically I was like, got like stood up by this dude. He was like literally just like lurking me all around the place. I was like, man, this is crazy. Like we were going up and down lifts, and I didn't know it at the time, but in America, you can actually like suss someone if they're an undercover cop. So if they're sort of like sus on you, they can like do all these tricks. And like right near the end, he's like asking me for ID. He's like, yo, can I get your ID? And I was like, bro, no, this is way too sus. So anyway, I was just like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm just going to leave that going. Basically, these two girls finally got me back to my hotel. Oh, I got the Blastoise! Yeah, boy! Yes! I've been waiting to get this. Sick. I'm pretty sure I hadn't seen one good card that whole time. But yes, I got the Blastoise. Yeah, so anyway, we finally get to the Camelot thing. And I love a good dance. So when we get back to Camelot, there's actually like an empty dance floor. And I don't know if it's different in America where it's like sort of frowned upon to just like be dancing by yourself. But anyway, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go up there and see what's going on. I asked the bouncer and he's this big dude. I was like, what's going on? Why isn't anyone dancing? He's like, we're trying to get everyone to the front. You know, like the band was like playing on stage and they were like 100% like desperate eyes just for anyone to come and like stand up there and like play around and like enjoy it. Because everyone's just sitting down. I was like, this is awkward as shit. So basically I just get up on the dance floor, start busting out my moves. You know how it goes. And yeah, I see like if I see anyone in their seat just sort of like vibing a little bit, I just hit them with the old reel them in, Shen, reel them in. And then basically within like 10 minutes, I'd sort of pulling up like the old ladies, a couple of like mums and stuff here, the dads, like anyone. I'd always forget how like touchy-feely. Some people didn't like it in America. Like, they got very weird boundaries. But yeah, anyway, but after 10 minutes, I was puffed. I was like, I need to get a drink of water. And like, I go to the bar to get a drink of water. I'm like, still no clue where I am. And like, the guy bouncer come up to me like, man, that's probably one of the coolest things I ever seen. I was like, yeah, man, just doing my duty, Sarge. So I was like, all right, I'm stuffed now. Like, I need to actually find bed. Like, it's been so long. I've drank that much. Still don't know where I am. All of a sudden, I'm so hungry, just like craving. And I think it's because I just been on like a road trip. Like, we're halfway through a month of driving around. You know, you get that sort of hungry feeling. And yeah, anyway, I just go straight to the buffet. And my dad, like, I can spot that man a mile away. He's literally doing the same thing. Old legless stumble, emphasize at the buffet. I'm just like, bro, what is going on? And I'm so glad I found you. And I was just like, man, like, what are we doing? And he's just like, I've not been able to find the room. I was like, I am so glad I found you, because we pretty much just stuffed our face and went straight to the fucking counter. And we were like, yeah, please, can you tell us where our room is? And they were able to guide us up there. Oh, but it was so good. It was so nice, like, having that memory pop up today. It's one of those things I wish I did more of. But yeah, basically that was the Zacian box. And I've opened 2 Elite Trainer boxes now and haven't got a Blastoise or a Charizard or a Venusaur. So I'm actually pretty stoked with that. That's the best pull. And then they also have a promo card that I'm pretty sure you've all seen. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what set to complete. So let me know if you guys are completing sets out there, if you're sort of up to date with this sort of stuff. But yeah, definitely want to know what people are collecting, because I would probably start going for that. But I've also got some Nuzlocke stuff coming up. So if you do like the Pokemon cards and Nuzlocks, make sure you comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, Shani. Speak to you later, kids.